All right, well, it's 10:01. I think we should get this party started.
Get this party started.
Awesome. Okay, so Kimberly is here too. Good morning. Great to see us.
Hi, Kimberly.
Okay, so thank you again, everybody, for joining us. So excited to see you here. Before we get going, I want to say thanks again, Rachel, for sharing your talk on Memory Palace, Remember with Ease, and Make Public Speaking a Breeze. I just love that title. It's just so fun. So before we start, everybody, I want to just share the format of our webinar for those that haven't joined us in the past. If you're not familiar with Zoom, you can change your view at any time on your own screen from gallery view to speaker view. And if you can't see the toolbar, just move your windows around on your screen, and that way you can adjust it the way you like. You can use the chat box or Q&A at any time to ask questions throughout the webinar. And this webinar will be recorded, and we're going to email you a link, but it's also going to be found on our website too. So you can just go to teamwomenmn.org/events, and you'll find the webinar afterwards. So those are a few things that we want to mention. And Brianna also is going to be here helping me with monitoring the chat too. So she'll give us tips. Thanks, Brianna Galbraith, our awesome marketing specialist. So thanks. First, for those of you that aren't familiar with us, our mission is we inspire women to rise together. We've got a robust membership here. We have about 650 members, and they come from all industries, from financial services, legal, education, government, military, nonprofit, hospitality, and they serve in a variety of roles. From about 40% are that director level on up to the C-suite, 30% are managers and collaborators, and 30% are independent consultants, entrepreneurs. We always have people in transition. It's a wonderful, welcoming community if you are in transition, and it's a great place for you to meet others, as we all are just looking to help the other advance. So men are also welcome at our events. We have 3 pillars to allow you to connect, grow, be inspired, and make a difference. Our mentor program is bar none. It's just a fabulous program. We offer 2 cohorts a year. It's a 12-month mentee-driven program, and we have seen tremendous results from this. We've seen mentees rise to the C-suite, join corporate boards, change lanes mid-career, and re-enter the workforce. The next opportunity for you to participate in our mentor program is May 6th. Actually, that's our deadline for our June program. We are looking actively for mentors. And if you have never participated in riding alongside somebody else's career, professional and personal journey, this is a wonderful program to participate in. Like I said, you see the results. We'd love for you to be a mentee too. And right now we're accepting applications for our fall program. So mentors, we're encouraging, we're looking, we have some wonderful women that are looking for guidance and support mainly. And you don't have to have any supersonic qualifications to be a mentor. You just have to have lived a life with experiences and be willing to share. So we have leadership development experiences throughout the year, and our 3 flagship events are our leadership conference, which is absolutely fantastic. It's a full day of speakers. That's August 7th. Our Wavemaker Awards is planned by our Young Professionals Advisory Board, and that's October 22nd. That allows us to shine a light on those up-and-comers like Rachel. And our Empower Rising Stars Gala, which is our fundraiser for our work in youth leadership. So please check those events out. And then throughout the year, you can see on our events calendar, we have so many things going on all the time. What COVID-19 has done for us is allowed us to swiftly pivot into a virtual space, which actually has been fantastic. I mean, I feel like there's such authenticity in the virtual realm. You get that at live events, but now we get to just go a little bit deeper in this virtual world too. This month, actually, we've got Nancy Dahl, who will be sharing her book at our Authors and Apps event on May 14th. Her book, she's a C-suite speaker. If you don't know her, she's absolutely fantastic. Her book is Grounded, Leading Your Life with Intention. She'll be offering awesome tips. And then right after that is Jamie Tates, who is another awesome leader. And she's going to be delivering a roundtable experience, interactive, that we'll do virtually, and on how to develop your leadership superpowers, things we need right now. We're all becoming leaders in navigating this COVID-19 in different ways. Through our Empower Leadership Academy, we delivered online leadership sessions all this month of April. And they were so successful. We've had kids around the world joining these leadership sessions where we coached kids on positivity, resilience, developing a positive mindset, and learning how to live in this remote world that we're in right now. I mean, they're away from their friends and their community, and we have been able virtually to give them a community and offer them tips to navigate. And it's been really, really rewarding. So because of that, we developed a program. In Minnesota now, kids are not going back to school. So we developed a 4-week program that allows kids to be certified as different leaders, one in resilience, one in confidence, one in mental wellness, and one in leadership. Or you can take all 4 tracks for the next 4 weeks. We as professionals are also looking at Harvard and, Notre Dame offering all these online courses. We need our kids to have that same thing. So that's our work through Empower. So we wouldn't be able to do this work without our tremendous sponsors. And we're so grateful to all of them: Belicio, Gray, Salo, Ide Bailey, Lisa Huey, Merrill Lynch, Mille Lacs Corporate Venture, and Taft. And we're so grateful for our leadership conference sponsors as well. So that's a little bit about our organization. Thank you for allowing me to share. For those of you that are not familiar with our work, we're happy to be able to have this forum to get the word out about the work that we're doing. But now I am thrilled to introduce the speaker who you all came here for today. And so I'm going to just go ahead and read her introduction so I don't miss a thing. Rachel Brewster is a communication coach, keynote speaker, and definitely an energetic MC. She captivates audiences by weaving together storytelling, strategy, and a huge dose of humor. She's passionate about helping leaders speak with confidence without feeling like an imposter, even if they're just getting started speaking at events. She's got a background in theater, drama, and storytelling. She has also 10 years of experience in corporate communications, including Fortune 550 companies like Target and Best Buy. She has a BA in communications from the University of Minnesota Duluth and an MBA from Assad Business School in Barcelona. She's a native English speaker and a fluent Spanish speaker, but comedy is definitely her language of choice. With a flair for fun, Rachel is truly a humor in heels. So thank you all for welcoming Rachel already on the chat, and I'm going to let you take it away, girl.
Oh, thank you so much, Katie. I could not be more thrilled to be here. I'm so excited. Like, what a great way to start a Friday than together. Like, this is going to be so much fun. My presentation, Memory Palace, remember with ease to make public speaking a breeze. This is going to be an unusual webinar in that it's hyper interactive. So I've put pieces in here where I'm going to need you to respond together. And there's 2 reasons for that. One is engagement and interactivity, and which I think is vital to be able to train and retain what you learned, but also it's going to be helpful for us all to be on the same page because I have games embedded into the presentation, and I want to make sure that we're all moving together at the same pace. So when those opportunities to be interactive come up, if you could write and share in the chat box, that's going to be super helpful. Okay, so there are 3 things that we need in order to start the Memory Palace. 1 and 2 are paper and pen. If you don't have paper and pen, now is the time to grab it. The grab is the paper and the pen, if you do not already have it with you. So now is the time to grab your paper and pen. So we need 3 things: paper, pen, and positivity. Because your memory is not perfect, my memory is not perfect. This presentation is not how to make your memory perfect. This presentation is how to take your memory from where it is to improving it to where we can take it in 45 minutes. And you're going to be amazed at how much you can improve in such a short period of time with this really unique and advanced strategy. Okay, so first thing I want you to do, take a deep breath, close this, and imagine the largest conference room in your building. Before all this craziness happened, the largest conference room in your building. And imagine that it's filled with people, men in suits, ties. This room is so full of professionals that there are even people standing in the back. And now it's your turn to stand up and give your piece of the presentation. You're a little bit nervous. You've got the butterflies in your stomach. You stand up. You've been preparing all night. You stand in front of the projector and your PowerPoint dies. You have to do this entire presentation from memory. I would love for you to open your eyes and share in the chat box how you would feel in that moment.
My worst nightmare, says Karen. Yikes, yikes, blocked. Lisa Brewer. Oh my gosh, frozen. The comments are coming in like crazy. Slight panic. Go with it. I want to cry. Oh man.
Oh, I love the person who said go with it. I got my adrenaline. I'm going to roll. I love it.
Good. Vulnerable. Panic. Let's go. Kick someone. Kick some behind and wing it. Okay, yeah.
Exactly. This is our worst nightmare. We stand in front of a group of people, strangers, eyeballs on us, and we completely drop the ball. We have this big moment to shine, and our brain just goes blank. And the more you try to remember, the more it just seems to disappear and go more blank. Then you're sweating, your adrenaline is pumping. Or how about when you give a sales presentation and you lose the sale because you forgot a vital point that you had meant to drive home? Or who hasn't been in that unbearably awkward situation where you meet somebody at a networking event, shake their hand, and then forget their name 2 minutes later? It's horrible. It's horrible. So that is why improving your memory is vital for your personal and professional success. And that's why we're having this conversation today of how to improve your memory. All right, so here's what we'll cover today. First, we're going to play a memory game. This is going to be our baseline test for how you improve. Because if we are going to have you improve over time, we need to know where you start in order to know where you finish and see if you've improved. So we're going to play this game to see where your memory is as a baseline test. Then we are going to build your memory palace, and I'll explain what that is. And then I will give you the keys to the castle. And that's what we'll cover today. So first, let's play a game. Our memory game rules. So I'm going to list off 10 items, and your goal is to remember as many as you can in order. If they're not in order, they don't count. Make sure you don't write them down. This is a memory game. If you write them down, that's cheating. So those are our rules for the memory game. Let's get started. Again, grab your paper and pen. Oh, I'm sorry, don't grab your paper and pen. We're going to start with the memory game. I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath. Number 1 is a pencil. Number 1 is a pencil. Number 2 is a squirrel. Number 2 is a squirrel. Number 3 is a bowling ball. Number 3 is a bowling ball. So 1 is a pencil, 2 is a squirrel, 3 is a bowling ball, 4 is a box, 5 is a star, 5 is a star, 6 is a fire pit, 6 is a fire pit, 7 is a towel, 8 is an elephant, 8 is an elephant, 9 is a vacuum, 9 is a vacuum, and 10 is a sewing kit. 10 is a sewing kit. So now what I'd like you to do is grab that paper and pen, write down as many items as you remember in order, and remember, if they're not in order, it doesn't count. When you're done writing down all 10, when you have your list, please share in the type box, "I'm ready," so that we know that everybody's on the same page and ready to move forward.
We need some music.
I know. I tried to add music and it wasn't working. I don't know what to tell you.
Ooh, Kimberly's ready.
Kimberly's on it.
Yep. Ooh, ready. Tina, ready. Becky raised her hand. Becky, go ahead and say something in the chat, please. Oh, a lot of people are ready. They're on it. Yep.
Perfect.
Matilda raised her hand. That I think they just mean that they're ready.
They're ready to go?
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's go over the answers to see if you are right.
Yeah.
1 is a pencil, 2 is a squirrel, 3 is a bowling ball, 4 is a box, 5 is a star, 6 is a fire pit, 7 is a towel, 8 is an elephant, 9 is a vacuum, and 10 is a sewing kit. Tally up how many you got right and throw it in the chat box so we can see how you did. Oh, by the way, there's also a feature where you can share with just the people on the panel and share with the group. I say share with the group. I mean, we're all here to talk to each other. This is a community, right? Share.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I'm seeing a lot are just sending it to the panelists, and I'm seeing a lot of, 8 from Ann Klein, Judy Zimmer got 5, Amy got 6, Marley got 4, Natalie got 6. Oh, Susan Brower got them all. Yeah, you go, girl.
Nailed it. Go, Susan.
Lori Anderson got 9, Terry M got 7. Oh, Carrie Burin got 10. Sorry if I screwed up your last name. Ellen got 10. Woohoo! Fabiana got 10. Oh, wow. Jody, 9 out of 10. 4, Erica, Stacy. That's mom brain, Erica. Stacy got 8. 7 got from Presley. Julie got 10. Becky got 10. Matilda got 7. Brittany got 10. Whoa! Andy got 7. Oh, my gosh. You guys are amazing.
Amazing. Amazing. Awesome. Awesome job, you guys. I love when people start strong and we can make you even stronger. This is fantastic. Yeah. So what is the difference between the people who are on the lower end of the scale and the people who are maxing out at 10? Is it that you don't have a strong mind? I don't think so. I think it has to do with the strategy that people used. So usually when people do this exercise, the people who get 1 to 5 tend to use the strategy of a list. They're trying to remember things in order. And this works pretty well up until about 5. We can remember 3 things or 5 things, but then you kind of max out your mental list. You can't keep going. The people who get more than 5, and 6 to 7 is usually average, I would think, they tend to use more of a story. Okay, I'm walking along and I found a pencil on the ground, and then this squirrel came along and grabbed the pencil, or something like that. And that makes it easier to build from there because you're visualizing. And it's easier to visualize images than it is to remember in list form. So this is the next level. But the people who get 8 to 10 on this list, or when I do more than 10, when I do like a 20 list, when there's a larger amount, they tend to use a different strategy, and it's called the memory palace. So this is where we're going to get advanced. The memory palace is definitely an advanced strategy. If you already know how to do a list, if you already know how to create a story, like these are things that you already know how to do, which is fantastic. They're useful. They have their use, but there's also it can't grow from there. Whereas the memory palace, I mean, there are some memory champions who can remember 1,000 things, 1, 0, 0, 0. And that is with this technique called the memory palace, which I want to dive into with you guys today. How do you construct your memory palace, and what is it? So a memory palace is a powerful strategy for organizing data in your mind to make it easier to remember things like presentations. Remember with ease to make public speaking a breeze. So a memory palace, think of it this way. If you go over to your friend's house, you have a coat on and you need to throw it, you need to put your coat somewhere, right? And you decide to throw it on the chair. Well, at the end of the evening, where are you going to go find the thing you need, to go find your jacket? Well, you would go find it on the chair, right? Because the chair is housing the jacket. In this analogy, the chair is your memory palace and the jacket is the data. So the memory palace holds something and then we put data on top of it. So it's kind of like your mind is this crazy unorganized desktop. When you're trying to remember all those 10 things, it's like, oh goodness, where did they go? They're absolutely everywhere. Whereas with the memory palace, it's an organized filing system where you can go and open up the file and find the piece of information that you need. So everything is orderly and easy to find. So, are you ready? Are you ready to build your memory palace? If you're ready, type yes in the chat box.
Oh, they're coming in. They're coming in, Rachel.
Yes,
oh,
yes, 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 yes.
Yes, yes,
Awesome.
yes, yeah.
All right, let's do this. Let's give you an advanced memorizing strategy. So there are 3 steps to building your memory palace. Number 1, you need to choose a place that you already have memorized, such as your home. This can be your childhood home, the home you live in right now, your grandmother's home, your best friend's home, a place that you know really well, or your school, where you went to high school or college or elementary school, even if you remember it really well, or the office, the place you've worked at for years, or the place that you work at right now, just somewhere that you know intrinsically well, right? So I'm going to give you 3 seconds to think and choose, this is going to be my memory palace. Okay. So then our next step is we're going to use the rooms in each one in that building to store data. And the way that we're going to do that is identify 5 pieces of furniture in the room going clockwise. Let me explain what I mean. So I want you to take that paper and pen, and I want you to draw 4 rooms. So if you picked your home, as I did here for this example, I drew my 4 rooms and then I labeled them. This is my bedroom, this is my bathroom. In a normal circumstance, you would also label rooms 3 and 4, and you would go on and on and on until you filled up all the rooms. Just for today, we're just gonna do rooms 1 and 2. So label them bedroom, bathroom, or if you're in an office or whatever, right? Okay, so once you've drawn them, I want you to put an X where the door is. Put an X where the door is. And then I want you to imagine that you are standing in the doorway and you want to go clockwise around the room. You want to look clockwise. So you go left and you look all the way around the room to your right so that you're going clockwise. And I want you to pick 5 pieces of furniture in that room and label them 1 through 5. So in my instance, 1 was a dresser, 2 was a lamp, 3 was a bed, 4 was a jewelry box, and 5 was a blanket that I kept in the closet. If I were to go on to do the bathroom, in my home, the bathroom door is here. By the way, if you have 2 doors, just pick a door. My door is here, and I would again go clockwise like this and label them 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to give you time to do this in just a moment, but before I give you time, I want to give you some tips and tricks for things you should and should not do as you're building your memory palace. So, do's. Do 5 pieces of furniture in each room. Don't do 4 in one, 6 in another. That's not going to work. Keep it consistent with 5 in each room. Make sure you're going clockwise, and then label items 1 through 10. Don't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's silly. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that if and when you build it out after this, you can go 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, etc. Right? Okay. What you don't want to do is use empty space like closets. So in my example, I actually chose a blanket that was always in that closet rather than the empty space of the blanket of the closet itself. Also, don't repeat furniture. So in a home scenario, let's say you have 2 bedrooms and you had bought 2 pieces of two dressers that look exactly the same. You're not going to want to use both of them because you'll get it confused in your mind. If you happen to have 2 dressers, but they're different kinds of dressers, that's okay. Like I have 2 dressers in my memory palace. One is short and stumpy and brown, and the other one is tall, skinny, and white. So it's unlikely that I'm going to mix them up. So those are some of the do's and don'ts as you're building out your memory palace. I'm going to give you a few minutes now. And sorry, I wrote 20, but it should be 10. Once you get to 10 items, let us know and type "I'm ready" in the chat box. Also, if you have questions as you're filling this out that I didn't address, put those in the chat box too, and feel free to ask the entire group, because if somebody has that question, it's likely somebody else does too.
Wow, everybody's getting ready already. Susan's ready, Mary's ready, Vivian's ready, Fabiana's ready, Marie's ready, Kristen's ready, Matilda, Presley.
Cool. I think we can move on. Get it, girl.
Katie's ready. Yep.
All right.
Rachel asked a question. What if only 4 items in the bathroom?
You need to pick 5. So let's say my bathroom has a tub, a towel rack, the toilet, a sink, and a medicine closet.
Okay. Toothbrush, Heidi offered.
Yeah.
Carrie says, do you want to pick things that can be moved, or should they be stationary?
They should be stationary in your mind, right? Like they should always be there, and the larger the better. So a toothbrush, I mean, it depends on you, but like I prefer a medicine box, something that's larger, or the sink, or if you're in your kitchen, you've got the refrigerator, microwave, stove, sink, countertop.
Andrea raised her hand, but Andrea, if you could put your question in the chat box, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that means I'm ready or I have a question.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. Carrie's ready, Erica's ready.
Okay, I think we can move on, especially keeping an eyeball on our time, so we want to keep moving.
Exactly.
All right, so now what we need to do is you've written down 1 through 20, and now what we need to do is memorize your new memory palace. Yeah. So I want you to put that piece of paper away, and in your mind, closing your eyes, count those pieces of furniture from 1 to 10, and then from 10 to 1. So backwards and forwards. Okay. When you can see your memory palace, type memory palace in the chat box. I think most of us are there.
Yep.
We've got a pretty speedy group, which is fantastic.
Yep, they're all saying it.
All right. So, success. Woo woo. Congratulations. You have created a memory palace. What? The crowd goes wild. Amazing. But, Rachel, how do I use it? Great, but so what? It's only as good as you can be able to use it, right? All right, so we have created the memory palace, similar to that analogy of the chair. You have a chair to house your data. You have a memory palace, but now we need to give you the keys to the memory palace, right? You have something to house the data, but how do you remember the data? How do you get that key or that jacket to actually stick in the spot that we have created? This is the key to remembering data. One, you need to picture it. You need to visualize it in your mind so that you can see it. And it's better to see an object than it is to see words or numbers. You need to visualize things. Then you need to add action or emotion to that information. I once had an improv teacher who told me that there were 4 kinds of emotion: glad, sad, mad, and a frad. So here we have mad, sad, glad, or her name is Joy, a frad. And then Pickstar added disgust, which is cute. I love that image. And then you need to review. So you picture the data, you visualize the data, and then you add action or emotion to it, and then you review those 2 things over and over, visualizing the information, having that action or having that emotion over and over in your mind so that it sticks in the spot that you're giving it, right? So here's what we've done so far. We have played the memory game, we have built your memory palace, and we have given the keys to the castle. Da, da, da. And what is next? Drum roll, please. Brrr. It is time for memory game number 2. So it is time to figure out if this memory game actually works for you, if this strategy, if we have been able to improve your memory in this super short period of time with this brand new strategy. I'm so excited. You guys are going to do so well. I'm stoked. All right. So to prepare, review your memory palace with that piece of paper. So bring it back out in front of you and go, oh yeah, okay, so this furniture is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, looking at the piece of paper. Then put that piece of paper away. And again, close your eyes and memorize your memory palace. Make sure you've got those positions in place. Count 1 to 10, and then 10 to 1. All right, so some tips. As I list off these 10 brand new items, make sure that you walk through your memory palace in order. So if you have, let's say that a refrigerator is your number 10, and we're on number 3, and I say eggs. Don't put the eggs in the fridge. Even though logically that makes sense, the point of this exercise and the point of giving presentations is that you do a presentation in order. So you have to put the data in order and just make it make sense based on where it is in the flow and in the process, right? So don't put the eggs in the fridge. Here's a quick reminder of the rules. I'm going to give you 10 items. Remember as many as you can in order, and don't write them down because it's a memory game. Writing them down is cheating. No pressure here, ladies and gentlemen, but this is actually a more difficult test than the first time around. Oh yeah, I made it harder. That's right. That's right. But you're also stronger than you were 20 minutes ago. Are we ready? All right, here we go. Close your eyes. Deep breath. Number 1 is drumsticks and a magic 8-ball. Oh yes, drumsticks and a magic 8-ball. And they are tap dancing on your furniture. The drumsticks and magic 8-ball are tap dancing on your piece of furniture. The 8-ball has sprouted legs. They are tap dancing together. It's a fun little show. So number 1 is drumsticks and a magic 8-ball. Number 2 is a poet. It's a French poet with one of those hats that has a little feather coming off the top, and he is writing, and he has the mustache, and he is writing and reading you poetry. Oh, as he sits on that piece of furniture. Ah, la, la. So number 1, tap dancing drumsticks and a magic 8-ball. Number 2, a poet reading and writing you poetry. Number 3, Martin Luther King Jr. is pacing around that piece of furniture, and he's practicing his speech, and he's catching himself and making himself better, and you're inspired just watching him work through his process. It's amazing. He doesn't even have the speech down yet, and it's just incredible. You feel so inspired as you're watching him walk around your piece of paper, or your piece of furniture. So number 1, drumsticks and a magic 8-ball, tap dancing on your furniture. Number 2, a poet sitting on your furniture and reading and writing poetry to you. Number 3, feeling so inspired as you're watching Martin Luther King Jr. practice as he's walking around your furniture. Number 3, a massive book falls from the sky and slams into your furniture, crushing it. And on the front of this piece of furniture is a baby, and it's crying. It's crying. It's so loud, the crash and then the cry, and you're watching your furniture get destroyed. So number 4 is a baby book crushing into your piece of furniture. Number 5 is much quieter. In fact, at first, it looks like just your normal furniture. And you're walking right, you hear something, and it's very quiet. It's very quiet. It sounds like music. And you're walking around your furniture, you're trying to investigate, you're looking for what it is, and oh, how weird. You just found a caged bird singing, hiding under that piece of furniture. How was it able to hide there? That's impressive. What a beautiful song. So number 1, drumsticks and a magic 8-ball. Number 2, a poet. Number 3, Martin Luther King Jr. Number 4, a baby book. Number 5, a caged bird chirping. Number 6 is the symbol for yin and yang, the white and black pieces that fit together. And they are not fully formed. So the white and black are away from each other, and then they crash into the furniture from either side, squeezing it because they're trying to fit together, and this furniture is in the middle, and they're trying to reconnect, and they can't. They keep squishing your furniture. So number 6 is yin and yang. Number 7 is a grandmother. Your grandmother sitting on a pyramid and riding it like it's a horse. And she is cackling. This is hilarious. If you ever had a grandma like this, like I do, oh my goodness, this woman is having a good time riding that pyramid like a horse, going round and round to the furniture, and she keeps bumping into it, but she doesn't care. It's way too much fun, and she is cackling and laughing out loud. So, number 6 is yin and yang, squeezing the furniture. Number 7 is your grandma riding that pyramid and crushing into the furniture as she races around. Number 8 is a young mother sitting on the furniture, using it like a rocking chair as she rocks not a baby, but a car? Weird. This is the weirdest thing you've ever seen. And you just saw a grandma racing around on a pyramid. So a young mother is rocking back and forth on the furniture, soothing the car to sleep. Weird, but okay. So number 1 is drumsticks and a magic 8-ball, tap dancing on your furniture. Number 2 is a poet reading and writing you his poetry. Number 3 is the inspirational Martin Luther King as he walks around that furniture thinking through his speech. Number 4 is a baby book crushing on top of the furniture, crushing it. Number 5, you hear quiet music, and as you look into it, oh, it's a caged bird singing. Number 6, yin and yang side, crashing into each other, squeezing that furniture, trying to fit together. Number 7 is a crazy grandma on a pyramid, riding it like it's a horse, racing around that furniture, bumping into the furniture. She doesn't care. She's cackling and having a good old time. Number 8 is the weirdest thing you've ever seen. It's a young mother using your piece of furniture like a rocking chair, cooing her car to sleep. Number 9 is Jane Austen. Jane Austen, the author of Pride and Prejudice, with her petticoats, and she has need for days, and she faints, but she faints onto your furniture, which catches her. She fans herself. So Jane Austen faints onto a piece of furniture. And number 10, symbols. A young girl is jumping up and down with joy. She's got these 2 cymbals like you do in band camp, and you clatter them together, and she's making noise, and she's jumping on your furniture like she's jumping on a bed and just making noise with all of these cymbals. So in that room, yin and yang are squeezing furniture together. Grandma's having a good old time riding a pyramid like a horse around that furniture. Number 8 is a mother using your furniture like a rocking chair, and she's cooing a car to sleep. Number 9 is Jane Austen fainting onto your furniture. And number 10 is a little girl jumping up and down, clashing cymbals together. Cymbals. So number 1, drumsticks and a magic 8-ball. Number 2, a poet. Number 3, Martin Luther King Jr. Number 4, a baby book. Number 5, a caged bird singing. Number 6, yin and yang. Number 7, grandma and pyramid. Number 8, mother and car. Number 9, Jane Austen. And number 10, symbols. All right, I would like you to open your eyes, grab paper and pen, write down the items that you remember in order. Now this is the items and only the items. You do not need to include the actions or emotions that are associated with them, just the items themselves. And if we had 2 items, make sure you write down both items in that slot. And remember, if it's not in order, it doesn't count. I should have added here, let me know when you're ready. So when you're ready, type, I'm ready in the chat box.
Oh, Judy Zimmer's ready. Susan's ready.
Oh, on
Lisa's
it.
ready. Kimberly's ready. Stacy's ready. Fabiana's ready. Amy's ready. Erica's ready. Oh, I can't wait. Carrie's ready. Alyssa's ready. Lori's ready.
Fantastic. Let's get started with
Right. Heidi says it's a go.
it's a go. It's go time, baby. All right.
Andy's ready, and I will never see my furniture the same again. Andy.
Best comment of the webinar. I love it. All right. So let's start with these answers. Number 1, drumsticks and a magic 8-ball. Number 2, a poet. Number 3, Martin Luther King Jr. Number 4, a baby book. And number 5, a caged bird. Number 6, the yin yang symbol. Number 7, grandma and pyramid. Number 8, mother and car. Number 9, Jane Austen. And number 10, symbols. How much did you improve? Tell us how many you got right last time versus this time. So if last time you got 4 and this time you got 10, right? 4 versus 10.
Erica got 10. She went from 4 to 10. Woo! Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. Oh my gosh, everybody went from 9 to 10. And Lori went from 9 to 10. Natalie went from 6 to 10. Karen went from 10 to 10. Erica said, wahoo, amazing, Rachel. Matilda went from 7 to 10. Heidi said, can you see progress? Hang on, I missed her spot. Okay, wait, this is so exciting, this improvement. Let's see, who did I miss? Ellen, 10, wahoo. Okay, wait. Yeah, everybody is improving.
Amazing. I knew you guys were going to do such a good job.
8 to 10. Andy went from 7 to 10. Rebecca went from 4 to 10. Jessica got 10. Yeah.
And even better, you guys, if you got 9 or 10 before,
yeah,
I love you, but I'm guessing that the strategy you were using, you wouldn't be able to get to 50. You know what I mean? Whereas with this strategy, you can go from 10, which was already really strong, to building all the way out to 50 or more. Like it doesn't end the way a list, we can grab on to 3 or maybe 5. This could go so much further. I'm so excited. Good job, you guys.
Velma said 4 out of 9. Velma said 4 out of 9. I said bowling ball instead of 8-ball. Pulling from your first list. Okay.
Legit. Yeah. That makes sense.
Great idea. Picturing action and strategy. Great strategy. Karen went from 3 to 10. Oh my gosh. Karen,
Amazing.
Way to go, girl. This is awesome. Yeah.
So then the question becomes, well, what did you just make me memorize? Was just some like random pieces of information the way the first list was? Like WTF, Rachel?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. It was not random. It was the story, life, and legacy of Maya Angelou. Let's see what I mean. Let's go back into that data. Let's go back into the first room. So the first room is general information about Maya Angelou. The way I've designed these slides, I put my door at the bottom, and then we'll go clockwise. So my door is going to stay in the same place every time. So number 1, drumsticks and a magic 8-ball. Maya Angelou was born in 1928. 2 drumsticks, 1 magic 8-ball. Maya Angelou was born in 1928. She was a writer, poet, and civil rights activist. She's best known for her baby books? No, that can't be right. Life story? Oh, yeah. Of course, she's best known for her autobiographies. Specifically, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. Room number 2 is more specific information about The Caged Bird Sings. It was published in 1969, so you can see how the yin-yang symbol might be a 6 and the black part being a 9. Yes, of course, I could have used something much more scandalous for 69. You naughty thing. You can choose whatever you want. This is what I chose. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. It was published in 1969. Grandma and Pyramid. Pyramid is a 3. Oh, right. The book starts when she's 3 years old, living with her grandma, and finishes when Mother Car. Katie, how old are you when you get your driver's license?
16.
Oh, of course. It ends when she's a 16 and a mother herself. It is a coming of age story about how Maya Angelou went from a victim of racism to a woman who is confident and strong in spite and able to respond to prejudice. So Jane Austen wrote Pride and Prejudice. The main character, a young Maya Angelou, has been called a symbol of a Black woman growing up in America. And it was a way for people to talk about racism in schools and education. And Maya Angelou's legacy lives on today. That is the story of Maya Angelou. And if you can memorize her life story in, what was that, 3 minutes, you can most definitely memorize any presentation about something that you are exceptional at. You can grab numbers like 9. That could be a cat for you. 9 lives, right? 2 were drumsticks. 5 is a star. You have all of these strategies now where you can take a number, visualize it, stick it in the right spot, have the keys to the castle, because you have such presentation skills now for memorizing all of the information that you need to know. And how could you're so much more confident walking into a situation where you know what you're going to say. So we've just spent the last 45 minutes taking your memory from that baseline memory game to like level up, girl, like way to go. I saw so many 10s on the second test. You are now, my dear, a memory champion. And I mean, oh, whoa, great job. I hope this was as fun for you as it was for me. Thank you so much for sharing your Friday morning with me. I hope you had as much fun with this as I did. I hope it starts your Friday off in a good way. I hope that you learned a new skill, and I hope that you connect with me on LinkedIn, and let's stay in touch. Make sure you mention this presentation because I can't see all of the participants, so it's helpful to know like where you're coming from. So thank you so much, and congratulations to everybody who improved their memory today.
Rachel, I just can't thank you enough. And to all of our viewers that have been able to stick around, we're a little past our time, but I want you to know that we were just talking about this about 3 weeks ago, and she developed this presentation. So it's just amazing the work that you've done to help us all, and we're so appreciative of your time. And I want, actually, Judy had a great question. How do you apply this strategy to a name?
So it's helpful to, with the memory palace, we have locations, right? So pick a location on their face. Do they have a mole? Do they always use glasses? Do they look like somebody that you know? And then you take that location and you add an action to it. So let's say that their name is Dave, and you see them diving off of their glasses, right? So the next time you meet them, you're not going to say dive. You're going to go, oh yeah, that was supposed to be a placeholder for Dave, right? And you can do that with a lot of different names.
These are just great. Everybody is so congratulating you and saying how much this is an impressive strategy. Rebecca says, Judy says, thanks for that response. Lisa said, this was so fun and thank you. Rachel said, this is so impressive. Matilda just said, it's all about visualizing the entire presentation. Basically, I love this. Amy says, very interesting. And somebody else had another great, oh, Becky says, great strategy. Thank you so much. Somebody else said that they get normally really nervous before. Oh, Linda said, thank you. So fun. I get so nervous presenting, so I'm excited to try this strategy. Happy Friday. I do too, Linda. I hate presenting, so it's awesome. Terry says, one of the best presentations in a while overall.
Oh, thank you.
This is awesome.
I
Yeah.
think you guys made the presentation though, really, because it's all about doing the work. It's about mentally engaging with yourself and giving a new strategy a try. So like, good on you for trying something new and learning and taking the time that we have right now to learn a good skill. I think that's massive.
It's so true. And Eric says, super fun way to memorize things. Can't wait to use it. She also gets nervous too. And she said that in the chat. And Amy said, it could be a semester class.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more here, right?
Well,
this was just a fun tidbit.
Kept everybody, and again, you're all going to receive this this webinar via email, and know you can come back to our website at teamwomenmn.org /events, right? And you'll find the replay on our website. So, but it'll also be in your email. So, Rachel, you're the bomb. Thank you so much. Loved every minute of it. Thanks all of you attendees, ladies. It's been so fun. Anyway, we'll talk to y'all soon then. See you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.